Welcome back. Moneybags Rico here. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I actually realized taking advantage of this price action over the weekend, this was my first weekend that I took off in a whole year, YouTubing basically, to take advantage so I can have some fire videos for you guys coming later on. You guys, if you guys stick around to the end of the video, you'll get a sneak peek of what my next video is going to be about. And these videos are going to be about what I did during the weekend, taking advantage and how I made profits. But right now we're going to talk about Bitcoin on this article by Cointelegraph. And let's go ahead and jump right in. We got Bitcoin, BTC, rose above 22,000 and ETH traded above 1,500 on July 18th, indicating that the bulls are gradually returning to the cryptocurrency markets. This pushed the total crypto market capitalization above 1 trillion for the first time since June 13th, rising hopes that the worst of the bear market may be behind us. If you guys caught my last Bitcoin price prediction video, you guys know that I basically said that we were going to break out. And I read two articles where analysts were basically saying that we were going to go down to 17,000. And I was calling the bottom already. And I'm not saying that I'm always going to be right and they're wrong. That's not what I'm saying, because I also said if we did go down to 17,000, we would definitely break down to 12. But I'm a bull, and I'll be honest with you guys. I wanted us to keep pushing. I'm glad that we're pushing up above, and we'll continue, and we'll get to that price predictions in just a little bit. What BTC is about to do, maybe 27,000. If you guys saw the last video, that's what I was talking about. We got in another positive sign, more than 80% of the total Bitcoin supply dominated in the United States dollar has been dormant for at least 3 months, according to crypto intelligence firm Glassnode. During previous bear markets, such an occurrence preceded the end of the bear phase. So that is some very bullish news. And if we look at the overall market, I mean, it's been a while since we see this. This is amazing. I really like what I'm seeing. I hope that you guys are very happy. We're going to get into, definitely some price predictions. We got Bitcoin up 2.5% right now. Obviously, it broke above 22K. And we'll go ahead and get into these price predictions right now, right away. And we're going to be looking at some important, thresholds that we're going to be facing right here. And let's call this one right away. Let's go ahead and get our horizontal line out and see what is it going to take for us to get to that 27K like I talked about in that last video. Because if we notice right here where we're dancing on, let's go ahead and get our arrows out just so we can keep track of these areas that were important. So we got resistance there, resistance here, and of course a false breakout right here, but basically resistance there. But what's interesting about this time, and we got to know, if we go back from our previous chart, remember we had resistance, we have those areas of resistance. But what's nice and different is that we broke above the 200 moving A average for the first time. Every time that we did this before, remember that Adam and Eve, go watch the last video. It's called the biblical pattern, basically, that Adam and Eve, a V shape like this and a little swoop. But we continue to keep crashing against these EMAs, and we couldn't break out of it on the 4-hour chart. We hit here with false breakouts, and then we crashed and came down right here. So we hit 3 times on that 200 moving average. Then later on, when we were moving forward, we crashed and we got faked out again and brought the price down. But if we look right now, this is looking like some very positive price action. We finally broke above the 200 moving average, which was a difficult time for us. Now, where is the next channel that we might consolidate into? And we see it showing itself right now, actually. We're going to get this horizontal line out, and we're going to see how we're going to be able to identify this, because we're doing this live. So we got this right here. This is a very small channel. It's actually a little lower, because we have to look in the past, right? So we have these areas where when we went up, we held this support. It would be interesting if we could hold that same support, because when we try to get out of that 200 moving average in the past, like we talked about in the last video, we actually tried to hold support right in this price range, which was 21,461. When we could not hold that price, that's when we saw lower prices. So that's where I would definitely keep an eye on if Bitcoin broke underneath that same price level, because obviously, it has a track record that if we broke below that price average right there, that it lost its power, basically, it lost its momentum. So we see all this time that it held the support. When we try to break out of this 200 moving average, it didn't happen. Boom, we came right down. And then we found support right here and started making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. That's why we need a question right now. Is this our next higher low, right? Is this going to be that area where we have this support, unlike before, hold the support? Because what's different this time than before, yes, we tried to hold the support, but we didn't break above the 200 moving average, right? But now we have it's a little bit different, because now we broke above it. I personally believe we can hold support right here, because now we have a lot more money in the market. The markets are green. People are going to start coming into the markets. Could this be a support that we will hold? This is something that I would keep an eye on not financial advice, but this could be a continuation, a higher low to march back up and break above this range. Now, if we break above the $22,132 range, which we see prior was a difficult area, didn't matter where the moving averages were at, all the way back to June 22nd, we see that we were having trouble to break above that 22,132. So if we can break above this 22,132, then we have this huge gap right here where we're on our way to go towards 27,955. This is going to be an area I'll be looking at. We obviously would find some support before that, but it could happen very sporadically because these are breakouts. You know, we have the zero threshold, we have the setup, and then we have the breakout that chases that last all-time high, that last recent one that was very close. And we could chase that 27,000, especially if the markets stay very bullish. If they do not, this is that number you want to watch for. If Bitcoin breaks below basically 21,400, if we call it on the bodies of the candles, you know, it could be the tops or these bottoms. It's going to depend on what exchange you're on or whatnot. But this would be an area that I would keep an eye on. Now, to give you guys a sneak peek into the next video, if you guys made it to this part of the video, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure the bell notifications are lit up so like that you guys do not miss out, and leave a comment down below that you guys are letting me know that you made it to the end of the video, because we'll go into the sneak peek. So 27K might be a thing. We break above that 22,132, and we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin on that 21,500. It's actually the 400, but we'll see what's going to happen in this range. But let me see this. Let's see it right there. We'll keep an eye on it, see if we can consolidate right here, build up some momentum, and then break back up. So now, moving over to my Twitter. If you're not following me, come over at Rico Moneybags. This was the price action on Matic. So the next video is going to be about Matic and some money that I made on Matic that you guys do not want to miss out. Very bullish news on Matic in regards. In the last video, I talked about Polygon's partnership with Disney. So that's huge already. And then plus with the momentum of the market, this is how some bullish news, some catalysts can really affect a coin or, you know, like Matic or whatnot. So we see some gains happening. So come over here, make sure you guys like this, retweet this. The next video, I'm going to show you the money that was made in these 2 days that I took off. Basically, I took 2 days off from YouTube, but to get more data, to have some fun things for you guys to look at, and to show you guys that while you're waiting for your moonshots to take off, you could sit on the sideline and gap and go some trades, scalping or whatnot, and literally, you know, make some money. Diamond hands, baby. We got, you know, Hado gang. We got Rising High. We got, you know, and some high percentages, and we were knocking it out the park, and we still are right now. So we have a continuation. I was doing it over these last 2 days. I took off, not doing no videos. I wanted to get something for you guys. I was doing it on KuCoin, so shout out to KuCoin. I used to trade on Binance. This was on the futures on KuCoins. It was very seamless. It was very easy, and we're going to be talking a lot about that moving forward on the channel. We did this. I did it basically for 2 days to get some new content for you guys and to show you guys how you guys, you know, while you're sitting on the sidelines for your moon bags to take off, you guys can, you know, take initiative over making some money for yourself. So make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.